Liberty basketball coming off two big wins last week, Tuesday over Longwood and Saturday over #1 High Point. Coach, two huge wins. Obviously, that's what you want to get done, but also continuing to build this culture. What did those two wins mean?
Yeah, I think confidence more than anything, Alan. We've struggled a little bit, especially down the stretch in games. And in both those games, they're tight down the wire, and we came out with the desired result. So I feel like our guys, they've had a high level of buy-in throughout the year. But now they're maybe tasting a little bit of the fruit of their labor because they've worked really hard, and it's neat to see them get a big win, especially in front of a great crowd. I'm thankful for the snow because our students came out, and that really helped our cause.
Do you think teams learn more from big wins or close ones down the stretch?
I would rather have a big win. But again, I think for us, we intentionally scheduled the way we did so that we play against opponents that were at a high level. And I think we're going to be a group who, because we haven't won in this program in a few years, we're going to be a group that has to learn how to earn. And again, in mid-January, late January, for us to be at this stage, I think I see glimmers of hope that we're starting to have that attitude of belief that's necessary, whatever the score is. And when you continue to layer the details defensively in this program, in this system, I think you always have a chance.
I was having a conversation with Matt Hildebrand, our radio color analyst, after the ball game Saturday, and we were talking about the 20-some-odd games you've played and how this team is evolving. Early on, you relied a lot on Evan. Now, other pieces to the puzzle starting to contribute for you. And I think that's a good thing sometimes as things kind of shake and kind of adapt as the season goes on.
Well, we're an entirely different team from the pre-John Dawson days to where we are now with him in the lineup. Again, when you have a guy at his position who is not only physically tough, but he's strong, he's physical, and he's mentally there, he's confident. So I think it adds a ton to our group and our equation. So we've kind of morphed into a little bit of a hybrid group that can play inside-out basketball, and so many teams load up on Evan. I just think offensively, I think we're starting to get where some seams are in the defense, and when we just don't turn it over, we end up getting a good shot. But hard to measure this team before John, because if you took any team's best player off their group, I think they win a couple of games, but they would still be just a fraction or a shadow of who they are when fully healthy. And we hopefully get Calvin back this week, and this will be the first time all year we've played with all of our scholarship guys.
The collective parts make up the whole. Who's one guy that has developed, you think, at a better rate the last month since John Dawson's been on this team?
Great question. I could point to a few of them, but Ezra Talbert has really been coming. You know, he's such a great kid, and he wants to do everything you say to the nth degree. So if you said, Ez, go to the free throw line and shoot 150 free throws until you make 140, he would be there literally until he did it. And I love that about him. He's and I think that approach has really helped him in his improvement. But obviously made a couple of big shots against High Point. But really the play that turned that game was his dunk in traffic when we were down 8. He got some boosties in the Nikes and got up, and it gave our team a bunch of energy. So I really like the way he's come. But other guys have played well too. Anthony Fields has settled into his role, and I think Lavelle's continued to make some strides. AC Reed has been really good of late. So our bench gave us a huge lift this weekend, and hopefully that'll continue.
And how about the next couple of ball games? Wednesday, you get Gardner-Webb, then Saturday, Presbyterian, both on the road, both challenging teams you'll be up against.
Yeah, Gardner-Webb has a really good team. I think they're very underrated. They've got size inside, a physical presence. That'll be a tough matchup for us, and they play really well in Bowling Springs. So, and then you turn around, and I think Greg Nybert is as underrated as a coach as there is in this part of the country. I think he's terrific. I thought that when I was here the last time, and I just think he does so much with the talent that he gets, and no disrespect to the talent he gets, because they've got some good players. But I think he's a tremendous coach. So Anytime you go on the road, you have your work cut out for you. But our group's played fairly well of late, and I just hope we can continue to improve, because we're most interested in the process, Alan, not so much in the obviously you want to win, but for us, we just got to keep building and building and building, and I think good things will continue to happen.
Thanks for the update. We'll see you Wednesday.
Thank you, Alan.
Head coach of the Flames, Richie McKay. Don't forget, Wednesday, 7 o'clock at Gardner Webb. Pregame radio coverage begins at 6:30 on our flagship station, ESPN Radio 93.3 here in Lynchburg. For the coach, I'm Alan York for LibertyFlames.com.